Konnichiwa!
Konnichiwa! Welcome back to Shitbox Central. Last episode you saw us pick up this little Honda SMX and we found all of the problems that were wrong with it, like the oil leaks, the steering rack issue, the rust, and probably a lot of other things that we haven't even discovered yet.
Mainly the rust.
Mainly the rust. But this episode we're going to be trying to rectify those problems, like well, not the rust because that's a big issue, but the steering rack, the radiator because it's got a leak, and whatever other problems lie underneath the engine bay. We're going to be
everything.
Yeah, it's pretty much a new car. So we're going to try and rectify all of those problems and get this thing running absolutely mint. So let's get stuck into it. Okay, so this is the stuff that we've got so far. We've got the radiator, the rocker cover gasket, because we found a nasty oil leak coming down the side of the engine. Power steering fluid, which is caused through the steering rack. It's leaking from underneath there, and it's very low on power steering fluid. Alloys need a refurb. Headlight restoration. Well, we're debating whether to tint them. I think we're going to tint them yellow to give it that proper Japanese effect. And then obviously we've got the vinyl as well, so we'll be wrapping this car probably blue and white, so it'll be like a sky blue. Then obviously we've got to clean the interior because there is about 25 years worth of Japanese gentleman's juice in there, and we don't want that. And then we've got the stereo and obviously the welding on that one side. But the first thing we're going to get into today is this radiator, because if you see here, we've got all of this resin where someone has bodged the living crap out of it. So we're going to be taking this rad off, draining it and replacing it for a new one. We've still got to order it, and then we're going to be replacing it at a later date. But for today, we're just going to get it off, and then we're going to focus on getting other stuff off as well, like the subframe and steering rack. So I'm going to get started on this straight away, and looking at it, it's going to be nice and easy to take it off. We've got a 10mm there, a 10mm there, and we're going to have to take this bonnet latch bracket off as well, which is another 3 10mm. Jack is over there already grabbing the 10mm, and we're going to whip this straight off.
It was already set up.
Sorted. You're tightening it, Jack. You're tightening it.
Tighten it and loosen it.
Lefty loosey, that's the one.
You naughty boy.
I know. A big ugger dugger on a 10mm. Pit stop. Pit stop. Okay, next thing we have to do now is disconnect the fans. There's literally 2 clips on the back of here. Do you want to come around here, Jack? Thank you. So we've got a clip here and we've got another clip in there. I love how the Japanese do this. Things are just so easy. So we're going to take them, disconnect them 2 things now, and this should lift straight out once we've drained the radiator and disconnected these pipes. So let's get started on that straight away. Okay, I can't seem to find the little valve at the bottom that lets you bleed the radiator, so we're just going to disconnect the bottom radiator hose, and we're going to drain it out into Jack's little oil dispenser thing.
I like how you say it's mine, because where's yours?
I haven't got one.
Yeah, exactly.
It's mine now, that is. So bottom hose is down there, and I should be able to get into that nicely.
That's a train.
Yes, that's a train, well done. There's one clip.
Really?
Yes, really. Okay, so we've got that, so I'm going to...
Are you sure you're competent enough to do this?
I'm not competent to wipe my own arse.
How far are you lifting them up?
I'm just going to get it out of the way because I don't want to catch my arm on it. Because the last thing I need is another big cut like this. See, now I don't catch my arm. Yep.
Oh. You didn't even put it in the right place.
It's in the right place. So I know I've just banged. Oh, see, this is what I was on about. This is exact. That's going to be bleeding now for a day.
But don't look at me.
Oh, I can see it pulsing. Ugh. God, where's the masking tape?
Now you're going to see first aid at its finest. Oh yeah, that's how you clean it.
Yeah, just wipe it on dusty stuff. The idea is to use dirty hands as well to do this.
So you made Abbie gush.
Yeah.
She gave you a gush.
I ran out of Hello Kitty plasters as well. So now we do the correct thing. This is my tape drawer. We use the tape drawer to bandage yourself up really. Electrical tape's the best, but I've run out of it. Do you know the worst thing about this? We're not even 10 minutes into taking the radiator off and I'm already taping myself up.
You should not be allowed to work on car.
Fixed. Oh god.
Oh, done.
Oh, it's leaking, Jack. You had one job.
What, is it filled up?
No, it's not. It's not filled up. It's just weren't over the thing. It's working now though. Oh god, there's another one to contend with. Where have I put the clips things?
On the floor right there.
Okay. Let's get that coolant out. You was right, Jack. She is gushing. There you go. All we have to do now is disconnect the 2 clips for the fans, and then this radiator should pull out quite nicely, and we can have a look to see if there's any more damage on the radiator. Oh, we also know that the aircon radiator is broke as well, which is probably why they've decided not to put the aircon belt back on the engine.
More power.
More power, and it's broke. So yeah, I can see why they've left that off. So I'm going to disconnect these 2 now, and we should be able to just pull this thing straight out, nice and easy. Push in one.
People are probably watching this now thinking, how is he allowed to work on cars?
I'm not allowed to work. There you go. I'm not allowed to work on cars. Just do it anyway. There you go. That's off. Now this should just lift straight out. Okay, so I've just disconnected this one fan, and that is out. Oh, the blades on it look pretty fresh. That's not bad. And then hopefully this should just come out now with a bit of luck. Come on, give us the wiggle room. I'm gonna have to take the other fan off. Yay. Okay, the other fan is disconnected now, so this should just pull out. It's not just pulling out.
You jinxed yourself, or saying it's going to be easy.
I shouldn't have said it. So now the radiator's out, I have realised there is a service valve at the bottom to release the water, but it's already off now and we've made the mess, so it doesn't matter too much. I've had to take the radiator off now before buying a new one, just in case I do buy the wrong radiator, because there is like 4 different variants for this car, and this one has the is that a transmission fluid cooler at the bottom. So that's a different radiator to the one I was actually going to purchase in the first place. So luckily enough, we took this off now and discovered that it has that. And now that's off, I'm going to start jacking the car up and looking at taking the subframe off as well, because we need to take it off. What? The leak? Oh yes, just tip it back up the other way. Yeah, so we're going to take the subframe off now and see if we can get the steering rack off, because that's leaking horrendously and it's cable tied on by about 30 cable ties, which isn't going to do it any good, and that probably explains why it's handling like a channel ferry in crosswind. So we're going to get to that straight away. So I've just ordered a new radiator for the car. That should hopefully be here tomorrow, it's saying. So now I'm going to jack the car up and see what the issue is with the steering rack. Hopefully it can be sorted and addressed, because I don't really fancy buying a new one. The cheapest one I found so far is £300, and that's nearly the same. Oh, it costs more than the winning bid for the car, so if I'm paying £300 for that, it's worth more than the vehicle. So I'm going to jack it up and see if it can be repaired. I'm going to drop the subframe and take it off so I can see if it can be repaired off the vehicle. So let's see how it goes. Alright, I've just put some mats underneath the car so I can get underneath and check what sockets I'm going to need to be taking this subframe off. But first I'm going to be taking these wheels off, because it's going to give me a lot more access into them tight places behind the wheels. So I'm going to whip them both off now, and then I'm going to get under the car, take the subframe off, and hopefully address the issues with that steering rack. So I'm going to get started straight away. Okay, I may have got extremely lucky with this. I'm not counting my chickens before they hatch though, because it's my luck that there's other stuff that's wrong. But I've just come to this, I've took the wheel off, and you can see this little boot here. It's supposed to be actually attached to the steering rack itself. And there's no leaks coming from that, but it needs addressing because someone's cable tied it back on, which isn't how you properly do it. You need a Jubilee clip, and then it's got to be clamped on. But if you come inside here and look up inside, you can see this orange pipe here. If you look at where the orange pipe attaches to the steering rack, you can see it's leaking from there. And I'm not 100% confident, but I'm very confident that that is where the leak is coming from, because the drip that I saw was over this side. So if that is the case, it might literally need tightening up, but that still doesn't fix the opposite side of the steering rack where all of them cable ties are. So hopefully it is just that that's leaking, and then I can go around the other side, cut all them cable ties off, and then probably put a bolt in, because it seems like someone has forgot to put a bolt in and they thought, let's just bodge it with cable ties. So I don't want to do it like that, because I value my life and I don't want to die. So we're going to be putting proper bolt back in on the other side, and hopefully it works. I did actually find, when I looked in the glove box just now to get the locking wheel nut key, I did find, oh, give me a sec, that there is 2 bolts with nuts, and they're pretty big and they look like they're for the car. So I don't know what's missing off this thing, and I'm a bit scared that we took it out for a little test drive to see if everything's all right. But I didn't know these were not on the car. Hopefully someone's replaced bolts, but there's no reason to replace these because they look like they're in good condition. So I'm guessing somewhere on the car it's missing 2 bolts that look very important. Yeah. Okay, Jack's just came back from the shop. I was going to get underneath the car and have a look at the steering rack, but we've decided to take the AC rad out now. So yeah, we've had a bit of an issue getting it out. The pipe that goes to the rad itself was seized in pretty bad, and as you can see, it's not the best looking. But we've got it off now. We're going to have to get another one of these ordered.
Saw better days.
It saw better days.
With that, it goes.
With that. So yeah, we've got to get another one of those ordered. So we're going to give this a nice little clean up now, because we might as well while we're here. Nice.
Dust.
Dust. Right now I'm going to get underneath the car and have a look at the steering rack issue. I've got a good idea of what it is now, so I'm going to get straight into it and have a look at the cable ties as well and see what the crack is with that. You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay guys, I'm going to get underneath Abbie now while Jack's sitting on his stool, and let's try and get to the bottom of what's going on under here. Oh, there's my torch. Been looking for this last half hour. Underneath here. Come here, got it. Oh, it's dead. Oh, great. Okay, I'm cracking the phone out. Ta-da! Okay then, I need to invest in a ramp, most certainly. If you see, we've got a bracket at the bottom here, but there's no bracket on top of it. So I can see exactly what they've done. They've used cable ties to tighten down the steering rack to the bracket. That could explain why the leaks are so bad over here, because if it's causing many vibrations, it might have wiggled these nuts and screws loose. So that could be the problem right there. Now I know what the issue is up there. I'm going to order a bracket, so I'm pretty confident that that will fix the faults. So yeah, I'm going to order that part. I'm going to fix the leaks on this side, and the third thing, I'm probably going to give this engine bay a nice clean up, because I believe it's going to need a rocker cover gasket because of all this oil that's leaked down the side of it, and it's leaked onto the gearbox as well. So that's going to get cleaned up and it's going to look nice and fresh like it once did. We've also took the bracket off from here, so it revealed the nice little Honda Motor Co. We took that off because it just looks so much better having the exposed engine. It's down there in the shit corner. And we're going to get rid of this horrible mushroom as well, because it's really like dirty and oily underneath it, and I don't know why. So we're going to get rid of that. Oh, and Jack's doing a little thing as well. You can see the wire wheels. We've got taking all of the paint off of these, and we're going to make these calipers the same colour as the car once it's wrapped. So they're going to go a sky blue. So this part of the car, the silver, is going to be a sky blue, and the black bit is going to be a white, and the EP3 Type R wheels are going to be white as well. So it's going to give it that 90s like Japanese shitbox look, and it's going to be like a nice little two-tone. I think we both think that's going to be pretty cool. So yeah, it's coming along, and so far it's not as bad as what we thought. I think we're getting quite lucky with these fixes at the moment, so fingers crossed the rest of it's like it. So all of Abbie's parts have been ordered now. We've ordered both radiators, we've ordered the AC belt and the little bracket underneath for the steering rack. Hopefully that's everything. I'm not going to order the rocker cover gasket just yet, because we got to find where that oil leak's coming from. So I'm probably just going to clean the engine bay up, and apart from that we're going to wait for the parts to arrive. So I'm going to give the engine bay a little scrub now so we can identify where that oil leak's coming from, and then it's a waiting game of waiting for these parts to turn up over the next 2 days, and then we're going to basically skip to when we're fitting the parts. Okay, you join us a few days later now after we ordered the parts. They've just turned up. We've got the AC rad, we've got the belt there, we've got the brackets for the steering rack. They can come with 2 little bolts as well. Got the new radiator, and Jack was there, but there he is. So Jack's going to take this belt off now. Well, he's going to take that existing belt off, because we need to get access to the pulley in the bottom. I don't know if you can see it through the gap, but we need to get access to that. So Jack's now taking this off because he's watched a YouTube video and now he knows what to do. Don't you? YouTube. Okay. That's not where the belt is, but I like what you're looking at. So Jack's going to take the belt off in there. I'm going to try and get the radiator back in place, but I need to screw the fans to it first. And yeah, you probably noticed that's not a new radiator, that's a second-hand one. I don't know where you get new ones from. I got that off a guy who breaks these for a living. I can't remember his name for my life. No, I can't remember it. I'm going to put a link in the description though for the guy. If you do own an SMX, you probably already know who he is. But I'll put a link in the description for his website, just in case anyone needs any parts. But yeah, we're going to get stuck straight into this, and wish us luck. Alright, so the first thing we've got to do is try and sort this tension out. So we've got to try and get in there. What a lucky guess, it's a 12mm. Okay, it's going to be difficult to break. I'll be back. Okay, Jack is now taking off the engine mount. I wondered what he was doing in here. It turns out he was getting access to that. So Jack's taking out the engine mount.
When it just drops through now.
Breaks everything.
Your engine mount's a bit fucked.
No, that's fine though. It's supposed to be like that, yeah. It's the perished effect.
The flexi effect.
Yeah, that's it. So we've had to put a jack underneath, not this jack, we've had to put this jack underneath the sump just to support the engine. And once that engine mount's properly out, we can start lifting this up just enough so we can get access into that belt. And from then on out, Jack knows what he's doing apparently. So I'm going to leave it to him, and then while he's doing that, I'm going to do the rad. I think, maybe. So currently inside there, we've got a socket and a spanner stuck. So we're now trying to touch tips and get this tightened up from 2 little spanners. Okay, so in the end we had to drop the engine, so we had to undo it from the top as well. So the top engine mount had to be dropped, and now the bottom one is. And now we've got a nice clean bit of access to do it. And is that belt all good now? Mm-hmm. Great. Belt's tensioned, everything's good to go. And now we've got to just jack the engine back up into place. Like that. And just left my drill hanging on it. And I just got to do that engine mount back up at the top. Okay, so the belt is now on. I didn't record it because we both needed help. Also, I don't know where it's gone, but oh, there it is. We broke an engine mount in the process, so yeah, I've just ordered a new one of those. Great. And the belt is on. It took a bit of persuading, but we got it on. The pulley's in there somewhere. Oh, that's what the light. Just pinch that light really quick. So we had to undo the little pulley that's in the back here, and then it was loose enough really to get the belt on there. So now we've got to do it back up. There's the light jack. So after about 15 minutes of messing around, I've managed to get the engine mount free. So what had happened, this nut had completely seized to the thread, and we couldn't get it off. So I've had to cut basically the old engine mount up, which was on there. And then the bolt the little nut just screwed off like nothing was wrong. So yeah, so we're just gonna fix that back into here now. So I'm just gonna tighten that in place for the engine mount, and you have to wait for the new one to arrive. So I've ordered that today, and that should hopefully be here with it. Oh, I think it was the 12th of March. It said it's gonna be here, and it's the 9th today, I think. I'm not sure, don't quote me on it, but yeah, that should hopefully be here by the 12th, so then I can fix that back together. But we've completely done the belts now. All of that is in place. That engine mount's all back together, like you already know. So now is the final time to tackle the radiators, and also I've got to do the steering rack at some point today. So that's what these little brackets are. Well, we only need the one. We only need the one because they've missed out the other one. But yeah, we can do the steering rack as well and hopefully fix the leaks. So we're going to get started on that straight away. So here's the brand new shiny radiator. As you can see, I've put the transmission pipes on, and we're going to get this fitted straight away. I've just got to screw the fans to the back of it, but I've got to do that once it's in place. So let's get it on.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack.
Okay, the transmission pipes are now attached to the radiator. I've had a bit of a wrestle with it, as you can probably tell by all of the little dinks here and there, but there it's in, it's all in, and it will function, and I'm really happy now, so we can get the other fan on.
They treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back.
Okay, Jack has just came back from the shop, and I've finished that radiator now, so now it's time for... Where's it gone? There it is. So now it's time to fit the air Conrad, and I'm pretty excited for this because this is the last piece. It's as simple as just plopping it in. I say that, but nothing so far has been simple. Get in the bowl. Get in the bowl. Hi Jack. Oh, thank you. He's a darling, and he's got me a monster. And the Milky Way. Oh, you're a good boy, you are.
I'll tell you what I have got.
Syphilis?
There is that.
You got syphilis?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Just got rid of mine.
I don't mind you using it. Just...
I don't want to use your syphilis.
No, just if I need some, grab a bottle when you're free, ain't it?
What is it?
Antifreeze.
Oh, antifreeze. I might have some. Yes, that's pretty much ready to go. I just got to do these two up now. Got to find the screws. They are over here. Head down. Oh, I can't remember which one it was. Big one for the top. And the little one for the bottom. There we go. Yeah, look at that. Look at all those chickens.
Look at all those chickens.
So to get the old AC rad off, we had to bash the crap out of this pipe because it was like properly seized on. And now I'm hoping that everything still lines up the same. Now I'm putting this in. Last thing I want to do is change another pipe or something. Oh, I take it works. I think. So the camera died when I was underneath the car, but all of that's done now. The steering rack's bolted up into place, but now it moves me onto this piece here. Do you want to get in for this, Jack? And we'll show them. So we're right underneath. Okay, if you look inside there, that's where the leak's coming from where this new copper pipe goes into the steering rack. You can see it dripping right now. So that's where the leak's coming from. I've just undone it, and I don't think that they've tightened it up properly. So I'm going to put some PTFE tape on it, and hopefully that fixes the problem. And we're using a little crow's foot to get in there and tighten it up. I don't think the previous owner had a crow's foot to tighten it up, and they've just done it sort of hand tight and hope for the best. So we've got the proper tools, so we're going to be doing it properly, and hopefully that fixes the leak. It should be a nice, cheap, free fix, and I'm just going to go for it and see how it goes. Oh, it's going to leak a bit. If you've got the oil catch can thing. So as you can see, I've just took that off, and looking at it, it isn't oh god, I've got my torch. Looking at it, that little thread there isn't cross-threaded, so it is simply the case of putting it back in properly. It is pouring a bit. We have clamped the reservoir, so no more comes out of it, but this is just what's left of it. It's just trickling into this little tub. And right now I'm going to get underneath the car and PTFE tape that thread that's in there, and then bung it back in, and then we shouldn't have a problem. And also while I'm there, I can put this gator back on properly, because again, it was cable tied. It should ideally be Jubilee clipped, because you want to do it right. Right, damn it. Get back in there.
I'd say you got about a quarter left, Fred. You're just closing in on the thread.
As tight as I can get. Okay, you don't understand how hard that actually was to get the pipe back in the steering rack. We spent probably about 15-20 minutes, probably a bit longer to be fair, just trying to get it back in. It's in now though, and we've topped up the reservoir, and there don't seem to be any leaks from it, so I think we've won. If you look straight down into there, you can just make it out, and there is no leaks coming from it now, so that's a win. Jack at the moment is currently scraping off all of the crap that's on the sump, and we've got a new gasket round the side for it that we can go pull it on, and then we've got to do the rocker cover gasket.
We were just trying to bleed that with the brake hoses on.
Yeah.
That's probably what it says, Steve.
Probably was, wasn't it? I have to work this thing. How'd you work it?
Not for amateurs.
Oh.
No, you don't eat it. It's not an edible.
Ah, no, it works. I think this is how you do it. So that's maximum, minimum, maximum, minimum. Okay. Instructions. So you've got to hold it there. Oh, I feel the tension on it now. Never had that before. Okay. Minimum, max. Minimum, max. Okay. So, yes, that's it. So we've got the sump off now, and we're gonna Reese. Hello, Reese. So we've got the sump off now, and we're gonna reseal it and then put the gasket over the top of it. So this stuff is very expensive. I had a moan at Jack for buying it because it was quite pricey, but it's supposed to be good stuff, isn't it?
Good shit.
Thank you for buying it. So we're literally just gonna. Hopefully it works first time. Don't you go everywhere, mate.
Oh.
Would you look at that? Do you know what? It's not bad. Jack, look at it. Look at the precision.
You can't do it in one.
I can't watch this.
What?
It's pretty good, that. A little bit thicker there. Do you know what? I was once told, if something's not broken, don't fix it, so that looks good. Oh, and here's the gasket. Beautiful. Which way does it go? That way. Oh, here's the tricky part. I bollocksed it up.
You fucked it.
Yep.
You had one job.
I had one job and I still failed.
Take it back now. How much it was?
I still think it's very expensive. But
Over that side.
I'm not finished yet. God.
Back.
Relax your body, Jack. Relax your body.
Relax your body.
Yeah, we've got to seal it again and then we're going to plonk it up there.
Just remember, still got to do the rocker cover. I'm not paying another 17 quid.
Yes, that's ready now. We go fit. Very good. Oh, B-E-A, beautiful.
B-E-A, beautiful.
The little nuts first, I reckon. Oh, I can see one. Yeah, we'll need one more for here. Okay, so basically what I'm doing now, I'm checking to see if this downpipe is scrap or not. So as you can see, it's got a few holes in it there and there, but I've got a little smoke tester here that's hooked up to a car battery and my compressor. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to get this little bung here and bung it in there. Okay, so the bung's in there. I'm going to get probably... Actually no, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put my hands over the hole here and that should work sound. I just need to see if there's any leaks coming out of there. So that's all I'll do. You should see some smoke coming out of here in a second. The compressor might come on, it's a bit loud. So there's the smoke. I'm going to see if any smoke comes out of here when I put my hands over it. Okay, you can clearly see that there is a lot of smoke coming out from underneath here, which indicates it needs a... Oh, you can still see it coming out of there now. Which indicates it basically needs a new downpipe. So I'm going to have to get one of those ordered. What it's making me out this is. So I've just ordered a new downpipe for Abbie, and hopefully she breathes better. But Jack over here with that in his hand, and no, don't eat it, it's poisonous. And he's just going to seal the top of that now for the rock cover, and see if he's got a steady hand.
You you.
No. Oh, he's got a steady hand so far. We'll come back to when he's finished this part. So he's just finished it. Language.
Dog's dick.
Anyway, he's finished sealing it.
I don't know what that was anyway.
Something fell down there. Go on, see if you can get this in one. Oh, lovely stuff. It's as if you've done this before. So yeah, I'm going to let Jack tighten these down, and I'm going to find something productive to do. So it's about 3 days later now, and the downpipe has arrived and we've put it on. We haven't recorded a lot of stuff because we were stressing about trying to get the car ready. So this is what it currently looks like. Let me just show you. So that's the bright new shiny downpipe. Everything is bolted in place and all of the gaskets and stuff have gone off as well. So I'm going to get from underneath Abbie because it's not a nice place to be, especially when I've got fairly clean clothes on. And now we're going to see if she starts and runs good, because I've left everything off for quite a while. So I've got the Abbie keys here and I've got the little bowl. That's pretty cute. Jack likes the little bowl too, don't you?
The what?
They've got a little bowl.
I didn't even know you had that.
Oh, well, now you know. So let's try and start Abbie up. Yes, before anyone says anything, it's still on the jack stand while I start the car, because that is how professionals do things.
I'll warm up first. Don't panic.
Okay. I'm gonna get rid of this sticker as well, because I'm not alone. I've got Jack with me. Ready? Oh! a little rev because we like revs. Okay, well, I won't go any more than that. So now we know Abbie is mechanically sound and everything's running right, we can now start looking at the bodywork side of things and the rust, which is going to be in a... this is Nathan, he's our other friend that loves shitboxes.
Hi Nathan, what are you doing here?
I do not know. I just strolled in here and saw you guys doing stuff and thought I would come and say hello.
With Abbie.
Yes, Abbie.
This is Nathan, you're going to love him. He's going to be in a few of the upcoming videos as well, because he is a godsend when it comes to fixing cars.
I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah, so, well, the next video is going to be to do with the rust repair and the bodywork on the car. And unfortunately, we are going to have to end the video here. So thank you again so much for watching. All of your support really means a lot to us. And we'll see you in the next one. Oh, also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. We'll see you in the next one.
John.
Johnny.
I don't know what that means.